Hi again, it's Tim Heyl from Keller Williams Realty. Did you know that distressed sellers, short sales, foreclosures, REOs, they only account for about 1/3 of the homes for sale in today's Austin real estate market? Now that'll come as a surprise to a lot of people because a lot of people think, well, I don't need to sell, everybody else out there, they have to sell, they're underwater. Well, here in Austin, that's not really the case. So today I want to talk to you about why so many people are still choosing to sell their homes, even when they don't have to, when it seems that the buyers have control of the real estate market. Now the first reason that I think people are still choosing to sell their homes is interest rates. Now you might think, well, that's a reason why buyers are choosing to buy, but that's not a reason why sellers are choosing to sell. Well, actually, I really think it is. Think back to the late 1980s when interest rates hit an all-time high at 18%. Now what happened was sellers, they thought they had their home sold and they were going and making plans to move, and all of a sudden the agents, the banks were coming back and saying, well, you actually got your house back because interest rates shot up another 2 percentage points, another 5 percentage points. Interest rates are 12%, 15, 18%, and the buyer simply can't buy your home anymore. They can't afford to make the payment. They're not qualified to do it, and you'd have to come down 20 grand on your sales price in order to make it the same as what interest rates were last week. So right now, I think people have the confidence that with the low interest rates, their deals are going to go through. So that's the first reason. The second reason I think people are still choosing to sell their homes is in the case of the move-up buyer. Now think about this. Think about somebody who owns, a $100,000 house, right? Or what they hoped was a $100,000 house, maybe some time ago. And let's say for, hypothetical situation, let's say the market's down 20%. Well, right now, what are they going to get? They're going to get $80,000 for their house. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's silly. I'm just going to stay. I'm not going to move. But a move-up buyer, they think a little bit more into this thing. So right now, if they choose to stay and wait until the market comes back up, they'll see a 20 grand gain. Now, it may take 5 years, it may take 10 years, who knows? But that's a serious amount of money to just be selling their home right now. But let's say they're going to buy a $200,000 house. They want a nicer neighborhood. They want to, a nicer home, a bigger home. Maybe they have more kids. They want to get a $200,000 house. Well, let's say for the same 20% that we're down, because you're going to be buying in the same market you're selling in, they'd actually be picking this home up for about $160,000. Now, what you'll see that the difference is, obviously, is a $40,000 difference. Now, for the move-up buyer, they're thinking, well, I can wait and I can see $20,000 gain, or I can move now, sell low and buy low, and I'll make twice as much money when the equity comes back, whether it's 5, 10 years from now, and I can move on with my life. I don't have to wait. So that's why I think a lot of people are still choosing to sell their homes in today's market. Now the last reason I think people are still choosing to sell their homes in today's market is because they're just sick of waiting. I can't tell you how many people I keep talking to that just say, Tim, all right, we're ready to do this thing. Let's just get the house sold. We're sick of waiting. 5 years ago, they were saying, I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold out another year. We're going to hold out another 6 months. We'll wait until the springtime comes. And what happened was, people kept thinking, well, we're just in this little funky market. It's going to turn around again. And what they're finally starting to realize is this market is reality. We've been here for 5 years, and we're not going anywhere drastically. This is the reality of the market, and people are just deciding it's time to move on. So that's the 3 reasons why I think a lot of people are choosing to sell their homes today, even in Austin, Texas, where it's not a bunch of distressed sellers. And if you have any questions about real estate or want to talk about selling your home or buying a home, we'd sure love to talk to you. So be sure to give me a call or send me an email anytime. Thanks for watching this video.